the rock of offence, and Immanuel's land. Then the Lord said to me, "Take a large tablet and write on it in large plain letters, that all who pass by can clearly read. Maher-Shalal-Hash-Baz, which means haste to spoil, speed, plunder, or swift to the spoil, speedy to the prey." The Lord continued, "I will make faithful witnesses for this testimony that you write, to verify the truth of this prophecy. I will have Uriah the priest and Zechariah the son of Jerebekiah witness while you write this, and then have them both sign and date as witnesses." Isaiah said, "At this time I had relations with my wife, the prophetess, and she became pregnant and had a son. Then the Lord said to me, 'Name this boy Maher-Shalal-Hash-Baz, like what you wrote on the tablet at the time he was conceived. For it will be within a few years before the boy begins to speak, before he can say daddy and mummy, that the wealth and spoil of the capital cities of Assyria and Israel will be quickly carried away under the command of the king of Assyria.'" Isaiah says, "Again the Lord spoke to me, saying, Seeing that Israel have rejected the waters that flow gently in Jerusalem, the quiet and pleasant streams of Shiloah, which are just like the gentle rain of the house of David, seeing that they instead celebrate Rezin the king of Syria and Pekah the king of Israel, therefore watch and see that the Lord will bring upon them the rapid torrent of the Euphrates river, a strong and abundant flood, which is the conqueror and tyrant king of Assyria, and all the glory of his large army. Assyria, represented by the Euphrates River in the north, where they reside, will overflow its channels and banks, and flood across the land, sweeping down into Judah. It will overflow and go all over Judah, rising right up to Judah's neck. Just like the bird of prey stretches out its wings over its catch, so Assyria will stretch the wings of its army over the whole land, entering every part of it. However, this is your land, O Immanuel, God with us, born of a virgin as prophesied. Our Messiah will come to his land, thus not all hope is lost. You peoples who confederate together, be exasperated, as you will be shattered into pieces. Give ear and listen, you Assyrians and nations in remote places on the earth. You ready yourselves and prepare for war, but you will be broken into pieces. You gird yourself up, but you will be shattered. You will not prevail. You take counsel together, you devise a plan, you declare your purpose, but it will not stand. It will be thwarted. For God is with us. This is Immanuel's land. The Lord spoke to me with strength of hand, grasping me and constraining me to attend to his instruction, to not walk in the same way the people of Judah are walking, saying, "You are not to say that the alliance with Assyria is the right thing to do and call those opposing it conspirators, like these people are doing. Neither are you to fear what they fear and dread. Instead, let the Lord of hosts be your fear and dread. Revere and sanctify him as holy, and then he will become your safe place and your holy sanctuary. God is the rock on which you stand, that is the foundation of your sanctuary, but a rock of stumbling and offence to both the houses of Israel and Judah, because they try to run against a fixed stone, and so they stumble and fall and become sorely bruised and offended by it. Because they reject the counsel of God, the people of Jerusalem run into difficulties like when animals are tangled in a snare and trap, caught unawares. Many among them will stumble, fall and be broken. Many will be trapped and taken away. These words of God that I declare and prophesy are very important and are to be secured so that they may not be lost among the true followers. Seal and bind them up so they are preserved and hidden away. I will wait for the Lord during these times of distress, while he hides his face from the house of Jacob in anger. I will look for him eagerly because of his promises to us. His favour will be realized as prophesied. God is with us. Let us wait and trust in him, though we cannot see him. I and my children that the Lord has given me, we are all signs and spectacles in Israel from the Lord of hosts who dwells in Mount Zion. Isaiah said, when these people say, you should consult with the mediums and the spiritists who mutter, moan and chirp as they consult with spirits, my response is, should you not rather consult your God who's alive, who knows all and speaks clearly? Should you seek the dead rather than the living? How are the dead going to help you? Instead, you should go to God's word, his law and testimony. If these mediums do not speak according to God's word, it is because they are in darkness without a dawn of hope. They have no light and are blind. Those who are in darkness will pass through a sunless, gloomy land, hard-pressed and famished. They will end up being hungry and sorely distressed, which will make them fretful and enraged, so that they will curse both their king and their God, shaking their fists as they scowl upwards towards the heavens. They will look out over the earth and see only distress and darkness and the gloom of anguish, and they will be swept and driven away into the frightful darkness.